Yamaha recently updated its entire motorcycle range, primarily to help it comply with upcoming emission norms and fuel standards, while also peppering the bikes with a few other changes in the process. One of the bikes to get the update was the FZ-X, and seeing how this is a fairly relaxed and laid-back motorcycle, we're in easygoing Rajasthan to see how much of a difference these changes have made. There are a couple of updates here that are likely to fly under the radar from an end-user perspective. The first of these is OBD2 compliance. This is an upgrade to the onboard diagnostic system on this bike, and it's something that will be compulsory on all two-wheelers sold in India from April 1st this year. The second is that the engine is now E20 compliant, meaning that it can run on fuel with an ethanol level of up to 20%. And this sort of future-proofs the FZ-X as the government continues along its path of gradually increasing the ethanol content in our fuel. The OBD2 update is part of the next stage of BS6 norms, which come into effect on April 1st this year. And as per these rules, all two-wheelers sold in India will have to feature onboard diagnostic technology that measures emissions in real time and throws up a warning for the rider in the event of any discrepancy. Some of the more tangible updates to the FZ-X are the addition of LED indicators and a traction control system, both of which are now standard across Yamaha's motorcycle lineup in India. The LED indicators look quite sleek. As for the traction control system, on a 12.4 horsepower motorcycle, the system is only really going to come into play in situations like the monsoon or when grip levels are compromised due to something like an oil spill. And it's a nice feature to have for those tricky conditions. On most days though, the traction control will not be called upon, and it would have been nicer to see the addition of dual channel ABS instead. Unfortunately, the FZ-X continues with a single-channel system, while something like the more affordable yet significantly more powerful Bajaj Pulsar N160 is able to offer dual-channel ABS. It's certainly nice that Yamaha has thrown in a couple of extra goodies in the process of bringing this bike up to date with the latest legislations, but exactly what these goodies are could have been a little better thought out. Traction control on a 12 horsepower motorcycle is a little questionable to say the least, and I think the end user would have benefited more from things like a gear position indicator or a hinged fuel filler cap. The rest of the FZ-X remains fairly similar to before, so you have an engine that's quite tractable and smooth with a meaty enough mid-range that makes for a good city steed. But there's very little top-end performance to speak of. Top speed is not far beyond 100 kph, and a comfortable cruising speed is more in the ballpark of 80 kph. On the upside, the FZ-X feels very light and manageable, so overall it continues to be a friendly and smooth city motorcycle, but fails to deliver once you leave urban confines. With this update, the price hike isn't large, it's about 1500 rupees, but despite that, this FZ-X is still more expensive than most others in the air-cooled 150 to 160cc space, with the exception of the more capable Suzuki Gixxer.